There she is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you fall down?
I don't know. Oh, who knows?
All right.
I think you should change my name to Beast too, and give Veronica props for Beast because she's killing it, man.
Listen, Veronica's in a whole. She's like in like the fourth dimension. You know what I mean? She goes there. We love her. She came out of nowhere. She just started making stuff happen, and she's killing it. And I love her.
Right?
Right?
I don't know honestly, I don't know how she has the time and patience to do it, to be honest.
You want to know how? She's a saint.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's why I like my printer. I just print and slap it on a piece of core blast and go.
Right, as opposed to spray painting, nine different
It's supposed
levels,
to spray painting, cutting it all. I can't do that. She's a beast, man.
Fairy dust. It's definitely the fairy dust.
That's right. So what's up, everybody?
There we go. That helps. We can actually see your face now. So we got 7 people in here. Let's see what we got. Let's give it a couple more. User 110-87914. I'm so psyched you're here. I'm glad you're here. We got Nina, Monica, Kelly, Veronica, David, Vicky, and user 110-87914. You're here. Now listen.
Yep.
We're gonna have to. I'm implementing something new for tonight's live stream program, and that's just like sort of like an intermission. And during intermission, you know, we'll have to partake in our cakes and things. Next week. Hey, did I tell you who confirmed?
Who?
So Ginger and Vanessa, the owners of Yard Card Supply, they're going to be on here next week. They're going to tell us their story.
Nice. That's all. I love them. I have a lot of their stuff. I love them.
Strike 3. Christy, whoa. You came out of nowhere. Give it a couple more minutes.
That's fine. Veronica, I owe you a huge call. I missed Veronica's thing a couple weeks ago. I was so mad at myself for that. It was good. I watched it. It was really good.
My boy, David. Hey, so you guys see the signs of kindness back here? Let's talk about that for a second. Hold on. So Jennifer and I completely redid the garage, but does everybody know what November 13th is?
My birthday. No.
Is it really?
No, I'm just joking.
Oh. Does anybody know in the comments? All right. It's National Kindness Day. We got to give a big shout out to David here. David, who's a member of our private Facebook group and is a manufacturer of signs. Obviously, he's running Lawn Candy Supply. We reached out to him, a collaboration among 4 or 5 different people that Lenore Ryan put together. And Signs of Kindness. We're all going to put out, we have over 102 independent yard carters who have committed to putting out signs of kindness in their front yard on November 13th.
That's awesome.
Have you signed up?
No. This is happens. Like a kind face. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're right. It doesn't at all.
No, right. Thanks. No, I started a new job, you guys. So I have not, and it's been very stressful. And we're remodeling our bathroom in the last 2 weeks, you know, on and off. So it's been very stressful here. So I have not had time to really put 100% in the yard greeting right now because it's slowed down for me a little bit here. So
right. Yeah, ours is slowed down too. It's been
I had to get a real job.
Yeah, I know. I understand what that's like. I really do. All right, so who else we got here? What time is it?
It is 8 after 9.
I do like the pre-live stream banter though. It's just perfect. Let's see. Andrea, are you in Australia? I want to say that you are. I don't think she'd be here. All right. All right, Miss Kelly.
What's
We
up?
ready to bounce this thing? We're ready to get started?
Bounce it like a basketball.
Let's do it, girl. So let me just
Do
start
it.
off by saying I am super psyched. Welcome back to the program, Miss Kelly Hawkins.
Thank you.
Beast number two, Beast 2. Obviously, we have been chatting on a couple different occasions about, I think you even asked me, are you doing your Google business? And I said yes. And then you had a couple follow-up questions that left me like, I don't know. Right?
You didn't reply back to them, so I'm thinking to myself, maybe he doesn't know.
Kansas City. So, I think a lot of the things, listen, there's a lot of things that we all need to be a part of. We got to have a Facebook page. We don't necessarily need to have a website nowadays, but being a part of Google and a part of their business dynamic, I think is absolutely vital for a lot of reasons. And I think, who's the guy in our group who has the rainbow letters with the black?
Kenny?
Kenny. Yeah, Kenny's got 50 Google reviews, all 5-star. Obviously, someone's been doing it that he knows, because that's not possible. But anyway,
he's north of me. He's north of me about an hour and a half. So, he's in a good area. He's in a real good area. Absolutely, he's in a really good area. He's like around a area. So he's got a large dynamic there. It's a good side of the west side of, like the Cleveland suburbs and stuff. And there's money there. So you always want to, that expendable income. And yeah, absolutely. So he's killing it. Yeah, absolutely.
Good for him. So anyway, in closing, and I'll turn it over to you. I think this will be great. If not everybody's on Google Business. Clearly, I need to do a little bit more. I'm excited for the content tonight, but I'm gonna give you the reins, girl. Make it happen. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Well, as I told you before, I was remodeling my bathroom literally all weekend long, so I was able to put together a few slides. So one of the first things, I did. I managed to put a presentation together. Yeah, I did it.
Right.
Hold on.
In between changing out toilets and putting in showers.
Well, we didn't change out the toilet. We just changed out the shower. We took out the cast iron tub. So yeah. How do I share that? Oh, how do I?
Try it. Hit the right above you. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see.
I hit share, but it's not letting me share the page I have open like you did before.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Toggle video.
Yeah.
Whoa, I lost you. Hold on.
I'm right here.
I didn't want to do that. Oops.
If not, that's fine. I could talk without it. I have my phone here too. So.
I know we did it before.
I know we did. I have no idea.
Hold on.
I want to share that link.
I don't remember how we did it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just use my phone then. It's cool. So some of you, I guess maybe the first question I have, and you guys can type it in the notes, is how many of you are on Google or Google Business right now that use it besides Renick and I? Just kind of put a little shout out there.
Vicky is not. She's not on it.
No. Okay. So one thing I want to do a little exercise with you guys. So if you have your cell phones with you right now or a computer next to you or something, open up a tab, go to google.com or open up your phone. I don't know if you can see my phone. And open up Google Maps. Might be a little bright. And I want you to type in under the search here, type in either yard greetings or yard cards. Keywords that associate with our business.
Okay.
And then just kind of give me a shout out and tell me what shows up.
Oh, Card My Yard, my biggest competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Card My Yard is everywhere. Is that what you have? What do you have?
I have AKA Yard Greetings.
Is that you?
That is me.
Oh my God, you're a beast.
Uh-huh. That's what you want.
Okay. That is.
Card My Yard. Exactly. So as you can see, your competitor is on Google and you're not. Not to be mean. because you don't know how to get on there. It's easy as much as it is this app. What are the 2 keywords? You could either use yard greetings or yard cards.
Okay.
Or birthday cards. Keywords that are associated with our business, because that's how Google finds you. Now, I'm in Google Maps and I showed up. If I were to go to google.com, I would show up under google.com along with my competitors. Yard card, all occasion greetings, all that other stuff. So since you didn't find you, now you know that you're not on there. How do you get on there? Well, it's actually pretty simple. A couple of different things. And I did create a slideshow. So if anybody wants it, I will just shoot me over your email address and I'll share the link and you guys can tackle it, because I have a few links in there as well. But
you know what? Send me the link, and what I'll do is I'll click on it and I'll share my screen.
Okay, great.
Try that.
So one of the first things there's a couple ways to get started. I typed in yard cards and I came up. Very good, Veronica. Yay. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want people, because you know what? I Google search everything. If I'm looking for a KFC, I'm Google searching it. Today, my daughter and I'm not kidding you. We were up at Lowe's up in Wadsworth and I needed a place to eat. The first thing I did was open up my Google Maps, and at the top there's restaurants. Okay.
Right.
I clicked on restaurants and it gives you a list of the restaurants you have in your area. It's the same when you type in yard greetings or yard cards or birthday cards or anything like that. It's going to give you a list of people in the area based on your GPS of people looking for something. I don't know how many people I get off my Google because they found me on Google. Okay. So how do you sign up? It's simple. Either go to google.com/business or go into your Google Play Store or your Apple Store and download the little blue
Google Business.
Little blue Google Business. Looks like a little candy store with blue and white. Mine's right here.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then when you download that, you might have to create a Google Business. You might have to create a Gmail account, which I already have one. Okay. And associate your Gmail account with it. And then once you do, you create a profile. Now your profile is all your business information. So on my profile, I'm trying to make it so you guys can see it. Okay. So my profile, as you guys can see here, I'll try to hold it steady. Okay. There's a picture of my little rent us sign. Okay. So there's a picture and it'll have various pictures. You can post to this just like you post to your Facebook page every day. There's a little link down here at the bottom. It says create a post. You can add pictures. You can add an offer. You can add coupons, an event, any of that stuff. It will show up here. Now this profile is the same profile you see when you Google search somebody else through Google Maps or Google.com. So if you have ever gone to someone's Google page or, Google search, KFC, since apparently fried chicken's on the mind today. I don't know, mashed potatoes. I love KFC. Yeah, so if you were to Google us or your competitor, let's say Card My Yard, okay, you're gonna see their pages. You're gonna see their page. You're gonna see what they've done, any offers, their address, their phone number, their website. It's pretty much the same as a Facebook business page, but in a Google sense. Okay. Now, the good thing about this is that it's free. You do not have to associate with Google ads with it. It just adds you to the search engine of Google, which is the largest search engine in the world.
Well, how do you get to be the first thing that you see?
Okay, well, it's alphabetical from what I'm seeing. So I am an A in my business. So, but if you go back to the searches, you'll see it gives you, I believe they do it alphabetical. I don't think you can, not like Google ads. You know how like Google ads, you can pay the more dollar amount that you pay, the higher you'll be on the tier. Okay. I don't think it works that way in Google Business. I think Google Business is done alphabetical based on the people in your area, and it GPSs your location. Okay. So if you're in Wyoming and you search yard cards, you're going to get, maybe card yard, or whoever's in that general area within probably 10 or 15 miles. Okay. Got it. So that's kind of, I don't want to say it, but you want to complete your profile.
Yep.
There is also under the profile. So when you go there, you'll see your business name under there. Now you want to get verified. Okay. Yes. And what that means is that they'll send you a postcard after you put all your information in, especially if you're new to it and you're just starting, you just signed up. It'll ask you to verify. They will send you a postcard. Why do I keep getting that noise? They'll send you a postcard. And then once you get that postcard, there's like a verification code on it. You come back into here and you verify, and boom, you got a check mark. Okay. Yep. This also shows your description of your business. What are you? I put greeting card shop or yard card, greeting thing like that. You can also do a welcome offer for your clients. So if you wanted to offer $10 off a yard greeting, especially since we're going into winter, you can do that right here on Google Maps, right here on your Google Business account. And like I said, it has all your information. It has a GPS location of your address. You don't have to put your address in there, but you definitely want to fill out your profile. It has your business hours on it, your phone number. You can put your website, which could be your Facebook page. Mine's my Facebook page. And then that should, it gives you an overview of your business. Then you could do photos. I have a whole list of different photos I did on here. So every time I post a yard greeting, I post it on my Google Business. Because like anything else, if they're Google searching you, they can see an updated photo. You don't want to put a photo on there and the last thing it is, that photo's from 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. No, you don't want that. People want to see, just like on Facebook, they want to see that you guys are wow, they're doing something cool. That's new. That was yesterday's. Okay. Right. So far, if you guys have questions, go ahead and type them in the thing. So as you can see, all my Google Business has my pictures, the same as I did on my Facebook page. It's super quick to do something. Just click, boom, done,
Right.
Then, of course, there's a list of your different posts that you did. Okay. How many, when you did them. And then there's also a list of different products if you have. If you wanted to add, kind of like, like Facebook, you can add your product and your services on there. You could do the same thing with that. So I highly recommend you download the app. Once you get verified, Google will put you in the search and you will have your business on Google either through Maps or on the search engine, and you can start getting more and more clients. You can communicate with your customers through it. I've had a couple customers communicate through here. You can also manage your Google reviews through here. This is where a good place where you can add your clients could you make sure and ask for the review. Your clients aren't going to go and just do a review unless you start asking. So if you ever want to boost your reviews, either on Facebook or on Google Business or anywhere that I wouldn't do Yelp, but
right.
Oh yeah, right. You always ask your customers for the review. Hey, glad you liked it. Could you just leave us a review? Or if you're sending some thank you cards afterwards, or however you want to do it, make sure you ask them for a review, and then they'll leave you a review. That's how he's getting 50 plus reviews.
Yep.
Kenny up in Cleveland. Now what I like about Google Business is that it also gives you some statistics. I don't know if you can see that. There you go.
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. So those statistics are, yeah.
No, I was going to say, is that a monthly number or historic?
It says performance over the last 28 days.
Okay.
And then you can click on view report, and then it gives you bar graphs.
Oh, wow.
So now you have an idea of who is coming to your bit, who clicked on it, who's viewed it. How did they view it? Did they click on your phone number and called you from there? Because it actually will tell me how many did a listing of a search, who did it through like the search through like google.com. Then it breaks it down and does it by listing on maps. How many people found you on maps? I can tell you right now, I have more people finding me on maps than I do on google.com.
Wow.
I have 1.8 thousand people finding me on listing on maps and 222 views versus a search.
Holy shit. So I have 4,960 listings on maps and 181 views on search.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right.
I had
So
no
now
idea.
right. And you didn't. Now, mind you, a small percentage that's you're actually going to get the business from that because you don't know why they came in search. I mean, it gives you a graph, like I showed you before. It gives you a graph of up to, and that's based on the day. So, like if I were to look at that between October 18th, it shows me that I spiked up to about 150 people per day, but then it came back down. That was down to 25 people per day. And then back up again. I mean, it's a great way to manage your business, and the statistics are there so you can see what's going on. Facebook doesn't if they give you that, it's hard to find because I don't remember seeing it through Facebook.
Yeah. I don't remember seeing it like this in Facebook either.
And you can change it too. So under customer actions, if you scroll down, because this is all on the report page, as you can see, like I said, I'm trying really hard to make sure you guys see that. So there's that.
Yep.
Okay. And then if you scroll through, there's a little link that says view report. And it tells you, like this one says search views. My search views are down 39%, but my map views are up 15%. So now
you can't advertise, right?
Now, yes, you can. In fact, there is a section down at the bottom where you can see your Google ads. And you can link your Google ad account to this.
Oh.
I have a Google ad account.
Me too. Now, where did you say that is?
It on the if you're on the home page on your Google, on your app, go all the way down to the very bottom, and it says AdWord Express. You should be able to click on that, and it'll connect to your AdWords or take you to your AdWords.
Interesting.
Yes. Let's see, what was the question? If you want to come in different searches, if you want to come in on different searches like yard card and garden greetings, can you do that? I think it has a lot to do with the description you have that's set up as your business. Now, if you were doing Google Ads, yes, you can. Because Google Ads, you're actually paying for keyword searches. Okay? So if I was going into my Google Ad account, I could do birthday yard cards, yard greetings, card my yard. Because believe it or not, that is a popular word search because card my yard is the
biggest franchise.
Right. So you want to be a part of that. So if you're doing a Google ad account, but you can actually in your description still use it, just rephrase it, and Google will catch it as part of the Google searches and keywords.
Wow.
So yes to Google Ads, possibly not to Google Business, only because you're paying for it, is Maps under Google.
No, Maps is its own app or its own section.
Correct.
Like Google, Word, and Gmail, Maps is its own thing.
Correct. Google Maps is its own thing. So it's just a really nice app to keep your business out there and reaching your Google, because a lot of people, I've used Google for 10 years, if not longer. I've used them for everything, their emails, their ads, everything. It's like Facebook. They're just good at it, You can even add offers, like I said before. So if you want to run a promo, it'll ask you that series of questions. How long do you want it to run for? Is this a coupon? Is this a discount, and it should give you statistics too on how that event went.
Okay.
Yes. And then you can also have an event page. So if you are having an open house, or if you're telling your customers, a lot of yard cutters are going to some of these fairs and festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be a good place to say, hey, I'm at this, same like Facebook. I'm at this event. You could do the same thing with Google, with your Google business. And then there's a customer section on here.
I
Now,
don't think it tells you that.
What?
I'm sorry. The question was, does it give you stats how long someone stays on your website? I would say
No.
that you have to get Google Analytics to do that, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
That would be Google Analytics then. Again, Google has, I think that's why Google's good at what they do. They break it down to individual things versus throwing everything into one big pot and say, here, go for it.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? There are other,
Yes.
So if you want statistics on your website, that would be, like you said, Google Analytics. That's a whole different thing. Then yes, you could get how long people are staying on your website through putting the code into your website and then having Google track that for you. But it would not track it. The only analytics you're getting here is what you're getting on your Google business page.
Yep.
There's a customer link in here. Now, I've only used it a couple times because I honestly feel, I think people don't know that you can really communicate with your businesses using Google Business because it's not a thing like it is on Facebook.
I
like
didn't
the
know.
chat. Yes. So I actually have a couple customers in here. I'm still a little leery about it only because the one customer I had, it took them a while to respond. It was very slow. But I'm not saying that it's not good either. I'm just saying that I don't think customers really know that you can communicate with a business using Google Maps or using a Google search when when a business shows up on their search page. I think that's just going to take time, I guess. People are really just looking for information, either how much your product is, what you do, where you do it, how you do it, all those good things. And how late are you open? Business hours are important because you can update your business hours on here. So if you're taking phone calls from 9 to 5, make sure you update your business hours so that they know. If because people want to know if you're calling, if a client calls you at 3:00 in the afternoon and you don't answer, I'm like everybody else. Well, God, they didn't answer. It's 3:00. Why not?
Right.
So you want to update your business hours.
Have you ever gotten a bad review?
Not on my yard greeting business, no.
No, I'm just saying because I have a buddy of mine who's in the hardwood floor business, and if something doesn't go right, because a lot of things can go wrong when you're installing hardwood floors, people can be mean, and they can they can make up more of what this is be vindictive, and they'll put a review out there, and you can I think that you can reply back to it. So
Correct.
that other people can see it, but I don't think you can remove it.
No. So let me give you a little history on that real quick. Before this whole COVID started, I owned a self dog wash and a dog grooming salon and a doggy daycare. I opened the doggy daycare a year after my dog grooming salon / self wash, and every customer I would ask when they would come in, when we opened up, leave me a review, Facebook review and Google review. Well, long story short, my groomer had made an error. We didn't notice the error. Okay. So in all honesty, and people, yes, they are quick to judge and they will make you feel like the worst person, the most horrible person in the entire world. I have learned from that experience that if they do, there's nothing you can do about it. You cannot and you will not please everyone.
Right.
And if they leave you a bad review, the only thing you can do is reply back in a professional manner, in the sense that, especially if it's a public review like on Google and Facebook, So say someone left you a review. Oh my God, this place is horrible. Oh my God, Kelly was just the meanest person ever. Blah, blah,
Right.
blah. Right? Okay.
Right.
Well, I know that's not true because, okay, whatever. So you reply back, Kim, I'm really sorry you had a bad experience. I've tried reaching out to you many a times. So,
Right.
if you would like me to fix it, something along those lines. If you'd like me to fix it or whatnot, blah, blah, blah. And if you put it back in the review, people see it. It'll go back
Yeah.
into your, they at least know, at least the smart ones do, at least, us people out here who have some logic and sense go, okay, you're laughing because you know what I'm talking about.
Totally. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They're going to look at that review and they're going to be like, okay, look, this is just a crazy woman who was mad. And because she didn't get her way and or didn't come to me instead of,
Right.
right.
Instead of
went
talking
out and
about
wrote a
it,
review.
she just
Yeah.
got
Instead
mad
of
and
calling.
Right.
Exactly. She wrote a review. You can see that in people's reviews. So yeah, absolutely. But you can't remove it. Now, I think you can ask for it to be removed, but a lot of times they don't. And that's why I don't like Yelp. Yelp is awful. I'm sorry.
Really? Because they'll leave bad reviews?
So, well, first of all, if you sign up for Yelp, they are like the stalker robo callers of the nation. They are horrible and they don't stop. They do not stop. So I finally told him, I was like, I'm deleting my page from you. Please do not call me anymore. This needs to, I have more important things to do. I have to run my business versus trying to deal with you every single day. Cause they would call daily. They're awful. So
really,
yeah, not to be.
I had one guy on Yelp say to me, hey, for $500 or for $1,000, I guarantee that you'll get X. I was like, sweet. Well, if you guarantee that, why don't you pay for half? He didn't. Well, we don't do that. Well, well, why not? You just do a guarantee, like, right? They didn't call me back.
No, I just found them to be extremely pushy. So I did, and then when you do get a review, oh my gosh, it was awful. So I was like, I ain't doing this. So
that's good to know. I didn't know that.
Well, and that's why I tell people it's good to ask for the review. If you ask for the review, they're going to leave you something good. And the more reviews you have that are positive, 5-star reviews, 4-star reviews, if you do get that 1-star review, you're going to go, okay, that's just, we already know why she gave us a 1-star review. That woman's crazy, So.
Yeah, she's bananas.
Very good, Trinidad. Yes. Oh, you know what? And that's something I do with my Facebook. Remember, we talked about Facebook appointments. Every client that I book in my Facebook appointments, 3 days later, they get a text message that asks for the review. Please leave me a review. I hope you had a positive experience, blah, blah, blah. So does it work?
That automated?
I don't know.
Is that automated?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
That's another. I told you we have quite a few little, live streams we could do. So, and that's really it with Google Business. It's very simple to set up, very simple to manage. If you skip a couple of days and don't post something, you're fine. It's not like Facebook, where the world's going to end over there on that side of the world. See, again, you're laughing because it's true.
They know it's true.
Well, because they tell you, oh my gosh, they tell you. In fact, I remember when I started my dog business, I was able to sign up for this free pet store training program. And I took a whole entire hour class on social media, and they want you to post at certain time, 4 or 5 times a day. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, that's an awful lot of posting. But if you look at other businesses out there, they're posting 4 and 5 times a day at strategic times throughout the day. You don't have to do that with your Google business, but keeping it updated with current content is important.
Do you know if you can schedule, like Amanda, when we did the Facebook thing, she would schedule posts, throughout the week. So Monday she would come in and she'd have all her posts ready to go. She would know when she would need to send them, and she would send them. Can you do that with Google Business?
Not now that I can see, not through the app. And even if you go on, because you can manage your Google Business page on the website too. You just go to google.com/business. You can log in and you can manage everything from there too. So I've not seen anything that says you could schedule anything. Like Facebook, you could, like you said, schedule, schedule out all your posts a year in advance. Because I think your listing on Google Business is like the yellow pages.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
It's there. I say keep current content because people want to see that you're doing something new. If they look at you 1 month from now because they want little Johnny's birthday, but they come back 2 months and you still got the same picture there, they're going to wonder, are they still open? Because not everybody keeps their business page, like the yellow pages, they don't always keep it up to date. And what if they closed? What if they're, they're not there? They're not going to take the time to close it down.
Right.
So other than that, that's what's great about Google is you can connect your Google ad account to it too, see what's going on, see your competitors as well. That's why I had you do the exercise in the beginning, was to see if you're on here, because I can guarantee you your competitors are. And I have 4 or 5 of them. The nice thing is there's quite a few people around me and we're spread out. Because it'll even show you too if you type in yard cards and you zoom out. It'll show you their locations. Yeah, on the map. So
now, do you have to do that in Google Maps, or do you do it in the business app?
So this is Google Maps.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me get a little closer here. As you can see. All right, here we go. There's AKA Yard Greetings. Okay, and if I scroll this way a little bit, you'll see Card My Yard Jackson. That's my competitor. And then there's Card My Yard. Oh, wait, she might be on there twice. Couple different Card My Yards. But if you notice too, see the map there? Not the yellows and the reds. Those are my favorites and those are my started place. But if you were to zoom in, you would be able to see where AKA Yard Greetings is compared to the Card My Yard Jackson. Now you may not be able to see it on this. That's just because I got to zoom in. Yeah, there it is. Your name will actually pop up on the map. And that's what you want. You're not just going to be, a little flashy card on here. Your name, I don't know if you can see the big red dot.
Yeah.
But, if I were to zoom out of that or zoom in more, my name is next to that big red dot, AKA Yard Greetings. Because because it's based on your GPS location. So if I'm in this area, well, say I'm in Cleveland, or say, your client's visiting from out of town and they want to do something special for their mom. They don't know. So it's all GPS located. That's what's really nice about this. They're going to find you or look through because, if a couple people show up, but it's also going to show your name, your address. Are you closed? Are you open? What time do you close? What time do you open? There's a link directly on there to call. Boom. They can call you directly through Google Maps. Boom. They're on the phone with you. That's what's nice about that. Shows you how far they are. Like Card My Yard is 4.5 miles from me.
Wow.
Yeah. So to stay competitive, it's important that you get on Google Business. And and like I said, it's just pretty simple. Sign up for a profile, get yourself verified, keep it up to date.
Yeah, I'm missing out. I thought I was in a different spot that I was in, but I'm just not.
Right. And you can manage multiple businesses on here too. You just use the down drop window if you have multiple businesses. So, like some of our yard carters that are either in this group or other groups either have the printing, some of them print. So if you have a printing company that's separate from your yard greeting company, you just do the same thing and you can manage all that in the same app. You just use the down drop window and change your business.
Wow.
Same with, balloons. If you're doing balloons that are separate from your yard card and you want to keep it that way, you can do multiple businesses with this.
This is awesome. It's incredible.
It is. It's super easy. Yes. That's, yeah. So, and then there's a couple links I found. I'm just trying to see if you go, and I just Google search wordstream.com has a blog on what is Google My Business. And I read it briefly, really quick, and I have that link, and I'll give it to you, Renick. I'll send you that page so you guys can have it. Actually, I might even be able to do this. It really broke it down and explained it even more than what I did. I just had to go through it. I have it set up already. Nice. Way to go. There's that. There we go. There's a link, you guys. That one was really informative. It was a blog somebody wrote, what's Google Business? How do you get it? What's it for? What do you do with it? And it was very informative. Why it's important to have.
Yes.
Those kinds of things.
Greeting card shop.
It's just another avenue. Being online and having an online business and having all these different social media platforms can be a blessing, and it can be, like you said earlier, we all have clients that are just not going to be happy, and they're going to say whatever they want to say. I actually had a lady take me to the Better Business Bureau. It was the funniest thing ever.
Really?
Yeah.
What did the Better Business Bureau call you?
I got a letter. From the Better Business Bureau. She even left me. It was funny. She left me a review on Google, Facebook, and Yelp. So I had to reply to all of those, as well as I got a letter in the mail from the Better Business Bureau because she had wrote that I was being unfair or something. It was a dog groom. It was being unfair, and it was a $35 groom, by the way. It was a senior discount. She's just a bitty old lady. Right. And it's funny when you offer, and the same with the yard card business, if you offer to fix it, okay, and if it doesn't fit in their schedule, then they are not happy. Kind of sounds like a millennial. Then they will write a review so fast that it'll make your head swim. And when I got that business, I actually had to send a letter back to the Better Business Bureau, a really long one too, on what happened that day and what, all the other stuff. All over $35 too. So she never got her money back, but.
Wow.
That's the extreme that people will go to. Either they'll yeah, I know, right, Vicki? They will, if some of them know what the steps are, the fact that they took the time to write a review. I believe in going to the person first, the business first, the customer.
I don't know Absolutely. Who doesn't. Yeah.
Well, millennials.
Right.
They don't. And that was the funny thing is that most of the people who have written reviews about my businesses that I've had over the past were always younger people who do not know how to communicate one-on-one with people. They use social media as a platform to do all their venting, and that's when reviews, that's why I don't use Yelp. I mean, the millennials, they use Yelp, and that's like a godsend to them. That's like their yellow pages.
No thanks.
And that's why I stopped using Yelp, because they got really bad. They did. So, yeah.
Well, what's funny is like people actually know that. So my brother-in-law owns a business that he sells trees and plants online. It's called Planting Tree, and he will get. So he'll send a plant to somebody, perfect. It's in perfect shape. They'll plant it, but they didn't plant it correctly, so it will die. Right. So they'll call back. They'll be like, "My plant died. You need to, refund me." And they're like, "Well, either they do it or they just say, sorry, you didn't document it or whatever." People will be like, "Listen, if you don't give me my money back, I will write a blog post and I will let everybody know that you are an unethical organization." And then finally they're just like, "Screw it. Here's $35 for a new plant. Just, don't be mean." But they use it as a weapon. It's crazy.
That was me yesterday at Menards. I refuse to wear a mask. I think it's ridiculous. I really do. I'm sorry. If you do, that's great. You take care of you. I'll take care of me. Well, I was in Menards and I went up to the one counter to get some insulation for the bathroom. And she's like, "Ma'am, you need to be wearing a mask." So what happened to the customer service aspect of that all? So that's where I started. And oh man, my blood was already boiling. Instead of saying, ma'am, can I help you? By the way, you know,
Right.
you should be wearing a mask. Do you have your mask with you today? I'm telling you what, this whole, this whole customer service thing is gone anymore, especially since social media is around, because nobody knows how to talk to people.
No.
And they will be the first person to get on your Google review or your Facebook review or whatever, anything that they can do. And I was like that yesterday. I'm like, oh, I hate this place. I'm going to, of course I didn't do it because I understand what's going on. I'm taking care of me. You take care of you. Okay. I was just there for insulation. But she wouldn't even help me. She's like, she was like, I'm not even going to help you. You need a mask.
Right.
Then some other guy comes up and she's like, ma'am, you need to wear a mask. I'm like, no, I have rights and I'm not wearing one.
So have you heard what Miss Shelley, you know Shelley, right? She's a member of our group. So she's down in Texas. She's a straight up Texan. It's the greatest story.
Love Texas.
She was in a Walmart parking lot wearing a mask. And this guy came up to her and said, I guess you must be one of those liberals. And she's like, no, as a matter of fact, I work at a hospital. She doesn't, by the way. I work at a hospital with people who do have COVID, so I'm wearing this mask to actually protect you. And so she takes off the mask and says, well, look, if you want me to take off the mask, I'm happy to do it. He starts backpedaling. He starts walking backwards because now he's all nervous. And she starts going after him. Like, wait a minute, what are you getting all nervous about? Why are you all nervous? Like, why are
Did he leave a review?
I don't know. She did, but she ran out. She actually ended running up after him. It was great.
But like I said, well, you're right though. In situations even like that, people who get their feelings hurt, no matter what the situation is, whether I got letters blown off, because it's 15-mile-an-hour wind gusts in my yard greeting for Susie's birthday is across the street, and they'll leave you a bad review because you didn't set it up right. Well, it's not that you didn't set it up right. A 15-mile-an-hour windstorm came through. There's nothing you can do about that,
Nothing.
But they'll leave you, my yard greeting was kind of, So you just have to take it with with reviews either on Google or Facebook. That could be a whole nother live stream, really.
We should do that. That'd be great. Well, does anybody else have any other questions with regards to Google business? Because
did you guys get one set up?
Yeah, you guys need to get one set up. But I did not have, I was naive. I didn't think it was anything like you just described. And now I know, I have 5,000 views, 5,000 people.
I'm just trying to think of the questions I asked you back. I'm going to try to look back through our messages when I asked you about your Facebook, Google.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I think you were sending it in.
I don't remember. That was a couple weeks ago too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a couple weeks ago.
That was more than a couple weeks ago. About a month.
I think it was probably the same questions. Like, I think I asked you, like, why aren't you using your Google business more? I think I Google searched you, because I even Google searched him from up here in Ohio, and you weren't showing up. And I know you said something along the lines that when you advertise, you were only advertised within a certain area. And I said, I wasn't talking about your Google ads, because, you didn't pop up for Google ads, but you should have still popped up as a business in their yellow pages, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Any other platform that Facebook and Google, I just started using Instagram. But that's tied into your Facebook page too. If you can create an Instagram account and tie it into your Facebook, they kind of do the same. They do one and the same anymore, especially if you're advertising with Facebook. Go ahead.
Pinterest.
Pinterest is a pain, even though I love Pinterest.
Yeah, I like Pinterest, and I also use Twitter, just for the sake of having a Twitter account.
I can't stand Twitter. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I think I've uninstalled it and reinstalled it 6 times, especially since, this last year with the elections and everything. I get so mad at people.
Well,
So I was just like,
for my YouTube videos, I share it to Twitter. I share it to Facebook. Facebook ropes it around back into Instagram. I do it for Pinterest. And then I do it for my private Facebook group. I do it for my private Facebook group page and my actual Sign Fairy page.
right. And
So,
that's a lot of posting. And I believe
a lot of posts.
Well, I do believe that there is some software out there. Vicky, I'll answer your question here in a second. I do believe there's a lot of software. It's called Hoop Suite or something that will let you post to all of them at the same time.
I use Buffer. As a matter of fact, I did a video on it on my on the YouTube channel called Buffer, where you can post to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. One post goes to all of them.
Okay. Does that cost you anything?
I think I spend $15 a month for that.
That's not bad.
No.
There was one called Hoot. That's what it was called. Hoot Suite. HOOT. They did something too where you could, but you know what? When you get into to me, it's just me. Now, you have a bigger following. You've got this, this YouTube channel. You've got this, and you're reaching your broader audience, not only just on a local level, but you're also reaching yard greeting companies throughout the world. Apparently, at this point, that works for you. I want to stay local. So sometimes reaching and having that software, it gets a little tedious and complicated. And that's probably because I haven't taken the time to really learn it. But, Vicky, to answer your question, I spend $5 a day on Google ads. And that's because, I don't do Facebook ads because I find that that's, not reaching the audience I want. So I do a Google AdWord. And what's nice about Google Ads is that, like Facebook, you can target your market within a mile, your mileage, however far you want to go out. And you can set your budget. So if I want to do $1 a day.
Yeah.
Or I could do $200, $3, $4, $5, however much you want to do per day. And then, what I like about Google is that they will tell you how many people you're going to target for that amount of money.
Yes.
Especially if you have the right keywords in there. So I'm able to reach almost 2 million people with what I've got going on at $5 a day. So,
wow, really?
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of people up here.
Yeah, you do.
The Akron, Canton, Cleveland area is huge. It's, it's like Columbus because, we've got Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Northeast Ohio. Then you got Toledo, and I'll drive an hour and 10 minutes, the most, to do a yard grading.
Were you really?
Yeah.
That's
I'm a truck driver.
I like it. That's
true. Truck driver. I don't mean nothing. That's a mile's a mile.
That's a walk of miles a mile. All right, listen, we're coming up on 10 o'clock. Anybody else got any more questions? Because this has been super great. As a matter of fact, it's got me a little worried that I don't have it as dialed in as I should. And I'll obsess about this tomorrow.
Well, yeah. I mean, what I like about it is that it's simple. It's not as complicated. Yeah. It's just keep posting to it. Really, it'll do it. It will work for you. It's not like Google Ads or some of the others like Facebook ads where you feel like you have to try to reach an audience. That's what I like about Facebook or Google's business is because I just post and let it go.
Right. Yeah.
So once or two posts, 2 or 3 times a week, you should be fine.
I like it. I got to get myself more dialed in. I got to look at the Card My Yard categories, how they have it all set up so I can align it.
Right.
So it's a little bit easier.
I heard that people are using TikTok for advertising. That was Sonora. Is that how you, Clark? Sonora I'm not familiar with TikTok. I don't like TikTok.
So my kids love TikTok. My kids love TikTok, and as a matter of fact, I got on TikTok just to see everybody's dancing on TikTok. I don't get it, but I heard that it's good, and you're targeting a completely different audience. TikTok is like the Instagram for the younger generation, and it's really been and funky and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you want to know what the millennials are doing, hop on TikTok.
Right. Well, and you also need to know your target market. The yard greeting, I'm finding that my target market for yard greetings is the mom getting it for their kids. Or mine lately has been for people that are turning either 40 or 50. That's been really big for me here lately, the last 3 weeks. Bill's turning 50. We got to make a big deal out of it. And so my target market is not millennials. It's more the mom, or a husband that wants to make, his wife's birthday special. So I just did a holy crap 50th birthday over the weekend.
Did you have poop emojis everywhere?
I do. You know what? That's one of my biggest. Yes, that is one of my biggest. My holy crap theme. Holy crap, Bill's 50, or holy crap, Steve's 50. Now, the one I did for Halloween was holy crap, Maggie. It's Maggie's birthday because she didn't want an age. So, right. And I was able to find and have made poop emojis dressed up in Halloween costumes as a pumpkin. I did. So, I want to. So, holy crap works for me over here.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. Well, listen, we're coming up on an hour. I don't want to take too much of your time. What? You good? You square?
I'm square. Everybody else square? You guys have any questions? I'm eating my brownie.
Yeah. So now would be the time to indulge in your cake. I've already eaten a whole slice already.
Oh my gosh.
Actually went out. This is actually really good. I'm surprised at how good it is. So.
Did I miss anybody's questions by chance? I hate not answering people, skipping. I don't
think you did.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, I will upload this and put it out on the YouTube channel and share it with the group probably tomorrow. I got some more stuff to do. Oh, the other thing I want to tell you is Victory Store. Are you on their page? No, they booted you, right?
They booted me. I know, right? I've been banned from the Victory Store.
Check this out.
I didn't do anything. I should write a review.
You should. So they came out with these bags. David, I want to talk to you about this. So they came out with these bags that you can load up your yard stuff with. And they're using banner material. I think it's like 18 ply or something. But anyway, they sent me these bags, and I got to do a review on them. And then I got to post that as well. So I'm super excited about it. It's kind of like Steve posted about it on his Victory Store. He's like, hey, I got these bags. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll do a review on those. He's like, okay. And the next thing you know, I had them in my
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you've got, different companies coming to you selling, hey, try this out. What do you think? Share it with your group of people. And that, that's reviewing and sharing and kind of the same thing, just you're offering the product. So
I love it. I really do.
Vicki, I got banned for really honestly just voicing my opinion about a customer service question. That was it. And so some lady was like, well, I don't even know her name. You know her, Renick. She's like, well, we'll have to see what so-and-so has to say about that. And next thing I knew, I was banned from the page. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I don't care.
I remember you sent me there. I was like, whoa, yeah.
It was like 11:30 at night. I'm laying in my bed going, texting back going, well, it was an Amazon question is what it was. It was an Amazon question, I remember.
It was an Amazon question about how this is what it was. He had a different price on his Amazon page than he did on his own website.
Right. And I think I said something along the lines of, because Amazon requires sellers to be, because she wanted to know why she didn't get her product yet, but if you were on Amazon and ordered it, you got it faster. And that is because Amazon requires you, if you're selling your stuff on Amazon, again, another place to review and even sell your product if you want to, Amazon requires you to have that ready to go or they will boot you. You're done. And that's really kind of all I said. I said, and then next thing I know, that lady who's been doing yard cards for 80 years,
21 years.
21 year, yeah. And said something about it and said, well, we'll have to see what Steve or Ben or whatever his name has to say. And next thing I know, I'm off the page. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
Oh
So I left them a review on their Google page.
All right. I got to get out of here. We all square? Listen.
Me too. I got to go to bed.
I got to go to bed. Everybody have a great rest of your night. I'm going to post this out on YouTube really soon. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys. Don't forget next week. Don't forget Signs of Kindness. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't have your flash. Make sure that you get it from David over at Long Candy Supply. If you have any questions, post it up on a private Facebook group. Miss Kelly Hawkins, you're a beast. I love you, girl.
Thank you. Love you guys all so much. You guys are so supportive, and let's keep that up. Not just in this group of the Signs of Kindness, but just that's what's great about your group is that I don't feel like we all share a lot. We all share a lot, and there's a lot of information, and we're always encouraging one another to do something. So you guys know that if you ever have any questions too, I get a lot of messages through Facebook. Hey, Kelly, can you help me with this? I try my best. I am working full time now, but please feel free to send me a message. I'll be there to help.
Appreciate your availability. We know,
You're welcome.
We know you'll help when we can, and we love you. So thanks
love
again.
You guys. Have a good night.
You too. Good night, everybody.
All right. Bye.